Hello and welcome to this empowerment program. If you are drawn here, it means you have suffered and detached from your essence, but that you are self-aware and have the desire to realign within and with your passion and purpose, so you can live a more empowered and an inner aligned life. Throughout the program, I will lead you inward to your higher self, the aware presence that is the real you, your essence, and not the thoughts that we come to identify with. We will release connection to our past conditioning and self-limiting beliefs from the mind concepts that we allow to hold us back. So please try to remain as focused and present as you can when you become aware of the present moment and how you feel right now, and increasingly compound this presence, awareness, and connection. I don't want to give you a false impression that I or this program can help you avoid all pain. That is not the case, nor should it be, but you can live freer of suffering through acceptance and awareness. Your struggle is part of your journey, and without it, you may not have accessed your strength yet, nor transformed into the strong butterfly capable of flying high and expressing your unique beauty. In this module, we will start with what you feel inside you now, which goes back to your inception and was expanded upon in your childhood years, so you can become clear on what's held you back, limited your natural ways of being and self-expressing. To get to the root of the issue by understanding your early years, which create or largely influence your beliefs and concepts of yourself and the outer world, and break this pattern. Of course, most of your past was not painful nor undermining, but for some, we resonate with the painful aspects more and so tend to overthink them. We then undermine our presence and the way that we exist in this moment. But this is all changeable, and we will start to do so now. We will avoid strengthening the story of you and your past by focusing on developing your innate traits of love, joy, kindness, and compassion for your being first, your physical, mental, and spiritual embodiment. Then this kindness can flow out towards others. This will lead us down the proactive path to being our higher selves, the more aware presence, and to reduce our reactive natures to outer stimuli such as people, places, and events. We will use an array of techniques that I personally found hugely beneficial to bring about an overall whole state of being, of mind, body, and spirit. If you're here with me, you probably feel that your life has gone off track or that you are not walking the best path for you. In order to recenter, start by following the steps ahead, clarifying what shifted within that set you off path and disconnected from your gut instinct, your inner guidance system that, when properly connected with, draws you to your best path. As I have mentioned, this program is based on my own personal experience with and journey out of depression, where I denied and ignored my gut instinct, repressed my needs and desires in order to feel accepted. But this process only served to undermine me. By becoming clear on what held me trapped and speaking my truth, I freed my authentic me-ness and drastically lowered my anxiety. I will elaborate on this more further along in the program. Knowledge is power, and the truth you hold inside, that which is unsullied and authentically felt inside your gut instinct, is your best guide. It shall set you free and direct you to create your life with empowered intent, so you don't flounder or float along without purpose, lacking passion for life. Instead, you begin to thrive. For anyone to learn about what shaped their mindsets and beliefs, it is imperative they go inward and allow themselves to feel and discover how their unique childhood experiences led them to their current path. Not to blame, but to understand and to grow and empower yourself and those close to you. There's power in vulnerability, in feeling and then processing and healing what hurt you. Becoming aware of your body now and connecting with it with increased awareness and kindness. In this module, Module 1, called Becoming Clear, I will outline the process of inner clarity so you know and understand your current ways of being, and then open to what is essential to your inner self. Specifically, here we will look into learned emotional and mental states that limit empowerment as we learn how to go within without fear or self-imposed restrictions. Increasingly, there is more insight and awareness of the huge impact and role the first 4 years of a child's life play, greatly determining your life experience by setting up key lessons of empowerment, or initially creating undermining experiences of pain, which led to you suffering and holding yourself back in order to remain safe. To not be rejected and isolated as a vulnerable child. But as we mature and become more capable of understanding our emotions, the initial suffering we felt can be the fastest way to enlightenment once the mind has matured and is ready to open again to its internal power. For the sake of clarity, I want to state that the perspective I have is that yes, your carers, parents, relatives, whomever was your primary caregiver, nurturer, core relationship model, did their best to teach you and raise you according to their level of awareness and presence, and do love you, but they had their own trauma and subsequent issues that they were yet to process and heal from. Unwittingly, they passed these down to you, burdening you, limiting and restricting your ways of being you fully and naturally, of expressing your intrinsic self, because you needed to repress certain aspects of your personality in order to remain safe, to feel accepted, and therefore continue to receive care and protection to the highest degree your caregivers could provide. Being aware of this, accepting this reality, means it is now your responsibility to take what has happened and learn the lesson to gain the wisdom. Acknowledging it opens you up to transforming, to shift the pain and feel the growth and inner expansion that has been awakened, aligning you with your higher self, your higher being, and break the cycle of unconscious and painful learned behaviors that pass down from one generation to the next. In order to be successful in your life, to live being your unique, energetic expression, innate to your essence, it is key that you structure your life conducive to implementing proactive action. This may seem hard, but is as simple as you allow it to be, as you believe. Focus on what you can control and take responsibility by taking directed action daily. That is what I did, and I will share the steps I took to create the path I walked out of these concepts, generated by my experience of the outside world that enhanced and magnified within me, to embody the joyful, empowered being ever present inside my physical self, living in the now more and more, and not so pushed and pulled by mind-made concepts from my painful past and feared future. The content for each module is summarized and illustrates how each step leads to the next, coalescing in a potent, empowered path, leading you, those who take this journey inward, to live with inner peace through empowered presence, reconnecting with your innate power and allowing your authentic selves to live freely, being true to what we need, want, and are called to do and be as we are naturally. It is freedom from the self-imposed confines we learn and enact on ourselves that come from others.